Hey there. So back in my younger and slimmer days, I used to be in the Air Force. And when you're a young aircraft mechanic, you end up getting the crappiest of all the duties. So sometimes when airplanes break, you have to go and run the aircraft engines to operational check a few things, and there goes some lingo along with that. Along with doing that, there's usually somebody out on a headset in an interphone cord out probably 100 feet out in front of the airplane, and your job is to watch if something blows up, starts on fire. You're the first one to sacrifice yourself, right? Whatever. Not gonna happen. So one night, it's a midnight shift. It's raining sideways, and I'm out there standing on this. It's just cold. It's miserable. Pacific Northwest, by the way, and probably February, I think. Raining cats and dogs sideways, and you're listening on the headset to the guy who's in the pilot seat running the engines, and he chirps at me and says, "Sandberg." Yes, sir. If the number 2 engine comes off this wing, where are you going to run? Are you shitting me? I have no. Wait a minute, where do we go? And you think about it, you're like, well, let's see, the rotation of the engine like this, spin, thrust, drag. I'm going to go left. And he says, nope. I'm like, damn. I'm going to go right. Nope. Can't go that way either. I'm baffled. I don't know what to do. So after much more consternation and bantering back and forth, he tells me, well, you see, if it comes off the wing, you got to run to the nose of the aircraft to cut off the angle, right? I'm like, why is that a good idea? Run into this thing? I have no idea. So anyway, when you're 20, 21, I don't know, whatever, however I was, and you're working on the airplanes in the Pacific Northwest, you don't pay attention to weather. Well, guess what? That storm that came through cleared off, and it froze. Hard, cold. And so here we are running this airplane. They don't fix it, right? So in the time that it takes to shut down the engines, get some other mechanics on the play to fix whatever the hell is still not working, they decide that they fixed it. And in the meantime, everything froze. The whole ramp, there's probably, not shitting yet, there's probably an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches of ice solid on top of the ramp. The whole place is coated. You've seen the trees in the winter time when they're all sagging like this. Look at airplane wings, they do the same thing. So we now can't run because of the ice. We can't run it. Can't run the aircraft in that particular spot. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, we have to tow it to a different location. God knows why. It's perfectly good right here, right? Tow it to a new location on 2 inches of ice. So you're pulling, 175 tons of airplane, towing it around on ice. And we do this. And then the only thing that's stopping when an aircraft is running on the ground and you're running engines at half throttle, all 4 engines, the only thing that's holding it in place is the brakes and some wood about yay big in front of the tires, right? So this conversation I just talked to you about, where do you run if that thing is coming at you, comes into play. So this guy by the name of John, he's in the he's up running the sticks, running the throttles, and now it's light out. I don't know whatever time it was. I'm standing on 2 inches of ice, very delicately, and the plane is starting to go. We'll take 1 and 4 up to half throttle, and they did run it up, and you can see that nose on the airplane go whoop, whoop, whoop. because the throttle, it's starting to push the airplane forward, and the airplane wants to slide. On 2 inches of ice, who the hell would have thought, right? So anyway, we get to a point where they go, now I need to take all 4 engines to half throttle. And swear to God, he put it all the way to half throttle. Those chocks underneath the tires went, and the plane started coming at me. The whole damn airplane skidding on the ice at me like this. I have no idea where to go. I'm not running at it. I disconnect and bolt off to one side. The plane comes to a stop. It didn't really go that far, but I'll tell you what, when you're standing in front of an airplane with 4 engines going, half throttle, truly, I know what it feels like to be a deer in the headlights.